What's up guys, and welcome back to the official Supercross BMX YouTube channel. I'm your host, KJ Romero. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little different than we usually do. We're going to be doing something called Tech Tip Tuesday, and we're going to be dropping a video every week or every other week. On Tuesday, we're going to be going over problems we might have on the bike and solving them with you guys. So hopefully that way we can pass on a little knowledge and help you guys out if you might need it. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So the problem I've been having is the past few sessions, my front end has been popping when I turn the handlebars, and I haven't really had a chance to take the bike apart and inspect it to make sure there's no damage. It could be as simple as just the headset being too tight. It could also be damage to the forks or even the bearings, but we really won't know until we take the front end apart and fully inspect it. So just so you guys kind of have an understanding of exactly what I'm talking about, listen to this. Can you hear it? Let's get a little closer. So like I said, it could be a couple things. It could be the headset is just a little too tight, causing those bearings to kind of bind, or the forks could even be cracked, which we would hope wouldn't be the case. But let's take it apart and figure it out. Next thing, we're gonna come up here, take the cable out of the lever so that way we don't have anything attached when we go to pull the handlebars off. Alright, next step, we're gonna take our Allen wrench, loosen up these side bolts on the stem to take a little bit of pressure off of the actual steering tube, and then take out this top cap. Alright, so now that we have this top cap loosened, just go ahead and put your hand underneath the forks, so when you take this top cap out and then pull the handlebars off, this whole front wheel and fork don't fall out, and that could be bad. Alright, so now that we have the whole front end taken apart, I like to lay things out just so when I go back to put everything together, I know exactly where it needs to be. So I know I took this off first. This is the top spacer. This goes right on top of the stem. This goes underneath the stem. That's my top cap, my bearings, and then this is the race that I took off the fork. So at this point, I like to just go through and check everything, make sure I don't have any cracks or anything too serious. And then once I make sure everything is okay, I just go back and I clean everything, maybe repack these bearings with a little bit of grease, and then put everything back together. Alright, so now that everything is clean, I inspected everything, made sure there was no damage, and luckily there wasn't. But now we're going to put everything back on the bike. We're just going to work backwards, go the opposite way of taking the stuff off, and put it back on the bike and tighten everything down and see if that popping has went away. At this point, once I have everything put back on together and somewhat tightened, I like to take it off the stand, put it on the ground. That way I can tighten the bars and get them nice and straight, visually looking down. Now that everything is nice and tightened, we got everything set up the way we want, let's listen to it. Can you hear that? either. Everything's nice and tight and straight, spins nice and freely. It's good to go. That's the sound of butter. Have you ever heard butter? That's the sound it makes. It's nice and smooth. Thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun shooting this little Tech Tip Tuesday video. I hope you guys learned something new. I know if you're just getting started in BMX, it can kind of be overwhelming and you might not know everything, and there might not be a bike shop locally that you can just stop in and have them work on your bike. So, because like I said, every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, we're gonna be dropping this Tech Tip Tuesday video. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys again next week.